Welcome to Up and Country, powered by V Livecast. My guest today is Christie Huff. I'm your host, Sue Bonzel, where I'm bringing you new up and coming country artists. I want to say thank you to our sponsor, SoCo Private Security. Now let's go meet Christie. She has opened for Jason Aldean, Billy Currington, and Toby Keith, just to name a few. I'm excited to introduce you guys to Christie Huff. Hey, Christie.
Hi.
You look
How are
beautiful. Look
you?
at your background. That is
Thank you.
awesome.
I have a dreamcatcher obsession, so I needed this background.
Yeah, and you said you have a song called Dreamcatcher as well, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I do. So it's all very fitting, right?
It is. It fits perfectly. So
Yeah.
so you're like you're like an LA country girl, right? So, and you
Yes.
and you
Yes.
live in LA right now.
I live in LA right now. Yes, I was just at the beach this morning. I rode my bike down to the beach. So, and I'm back.
Nice. Yay. It's a good life. It's a good life. So
Yeah.
are you kind of taking turns back and forth to Nashville?
Yes, yes, that's kind of I started doing that, I guess, really in 2017. I started going back and forth. And then I've been here in LA most of the pandemic, but then I've started going back, yeah, since March of this year. I've been
Okay.
going back and forth. So it's been good. It's I can't complain. Two great
Is
cities, two great
wait,
music. No?
exactly. But how? I mean, how is that as far as? I mean, we talked to a lot of artists who are in the Nashville area, so they're
Yeah.
kind of doing their thing. So how has that been as far as like the travel and like logistics and all of that good stuff?
Yeah. Well, so I lucked out at the beginning of, or I guess the end of 2019. My band, who I've been playing with for years in LA, moved to Nashville. So my drummer and my guitar player have a house there, and I rent a room from their house, very affordable. It's like $100 a month. So I'm like, no brainer, because it's like you go for a week and stay at an Airbnb, and it's like five times that much or something.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's actually been a really great thing because now I'm able to come and go as I please and stay as long as I want. And yeah, so it's been really awesome actually. And then I have a band there, and then I have a band in LA. So I have like a West Coast, like South Coast, I guess, like band, and then a West Coast band. So it's nice.
That is awesome. So now, so your music has kind of like a little pop touch to it, which
Yes.
which I really like.
Thank you.
So what do you say to people who kind of say, "Oh, I don't like that new country poppy
Oh my
stuff."
god. Oh my gosh, I feel like I get that quite a bit. And, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But I think that, because there's like a debate on like the real country, like what real country is and what's not. And I mean, to that, I say, the genre of country music in general is about storytelling. It comes down to the song itself. And like production wise, I guess, I get if you don't like the pop elements, but to me, country music is just about telling a story and writing a story song. And I'm just like, well, this is my version of country music. And some people like that better, even. So,
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's like, which I think is really cool to be able to kind of straddle both pop and country, is that hopefully I'm able to reach more people that way too. People who are more pop fans and country fans, and then somewhere in the middle. It's been great. So
With that, with kind of the pop and the country, what are your inspirations for writing and creating?
yeah. Yes. I mean, sonically, like, a lot of like musically, like the inspiration is who I listen to, of course, So I take inspiration from, I'm in the age group of when Taylor Swift came about and stuff. So listening to Taylor Swift, Carrie Underwood, Michelle Branch, Casey Musgraves, those types of people, and then just for sonically, production wise stuff. But then for, you know, I guess song inspiration, to me, I just write about my life and what is going on around me. But then, I also really like kind of like making up stories and writing stories in my songs, and like maybe not it hasn't happened to me like a situation, but
Right.
observing people around me, and like I wrote a song about my roommate once, and like, and and just kind of like just taking inspiration from everybody and everything. And even I love watching movies because sometimes I get inspiration watching movies, even, So to me, like inspiration can come from anything, my own personal life and elsewhere. So
Well, I love that you said, number one, that country music really is about that storytelling because there's a lot of layers to it. And then when you're able to
yeah,
tell the story and then add in your own flair, it's like
yes.
you're unique. I like your sound.
Thank
I think it's great.
thank you.
The song the way I found
Yeah.
you, I heard "Blow Off Steam" and I was like, "Oh my god,
Yes.
I got to meet this girl because that song
Oh,
is so good." And
thank you.
it's also a little bit of an earworm where I'm like, I find myself like singing it, and I'm like,
Yay.
so tell me about writing that song.
Yes. Well, that song, it was funny. Like, I've been in a lot of, I co-write a lot, I solo write a lot, and I had just, and through the pandemic, I've been doing a lot of Zoom writes, and I had a Zoom write, and I really did not like the way that the song went, and the way that I was like after I was like, man, I still want to write a song, but like I just do not feel inspired by the song like we just wrote. So literally, I was needing to blow off steam, and I just like started writing blow off steam after that. Like, and to me, like, it's awesome because it just came out from a place of like, I have a feeling right now and I just need to release that feeling and I want to write it. And to me, like in my experience, that's when the best songs come. It's like when you not don't necessarily sit down and you're like, I'm gonna write a song and it's gonna and like plan it out. It's just like I just sit down, I don't really know. Yeah, I'm just gonna start playing and start singing and then create something around that?
Yes.
So,
Yep.
yeah, that's kind of how that came about, and then I think too, I was, like, so tired of being, like, stuck in my house, and I was like, "I just need to get out, like, get away." So, for me, that was writing a song about kind of blowing off
Blow
steam
off
and
steam.
just taking a break, you know?
Yeah, it was absolutely, absolutely perfect. I love that. So you have a new song,
Yes.
if I fall.
Yes. Yes.
So that's out now, correct?
Yes, it just came out a couple weeks ago, maybe, like 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
so that's my current single. Yes.
And then you have another one coming too, right?
Yes, I have a brand new song coming in just a couple weeks, September 10th.
September 10th.
So,
Okay.
I'm excited.
That is awesome. And now you're also going out, you're gonna be doing some openings for some
Yeah.
pretty big names. So tell me about that. I'll let you tell me who they
Yes,
are. And
yes.
then, like, I always just wonder, like, it's kind of like one of those things where you're starting out as a musician and you go, "Oh my
Mhm.
God, I'm gonna be opening for this amazing
Yeah,
person." Like, how does that all like kind of come together?
come together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm opening up like September is a really exciting month for me because I have a new song coming out the 10th, and then September 18th. So I'm originally from Arizona, so I'm really excited to be going back to Tempe, Arizona, and I'm opening up for John Party at the Boots in the Park Festival. And then on September 22nd, I'm opening up for Dylan Scott in Temecula. So to answer your question, like how that all came about, so I played on August 1st, I played in the Boots in the Park Festival in San Diego. And I've been playing that festival for a couple years now, and the way that I got that is just by sending cold emails to festivals.
Wow.
And I've created a really great relationship with the Boots in the Park family and people, and yeah, like I'm just excited that they want me to keep coming back and opening up and playing these shows, and then that's how I got the Dylan Scott show. It's not associated with Boots in the Park, but um, the people who ran sound at the Boots in the Park festival also book shows, and they're like, we want to book you for this festival or for this show, this opening act. So, just getting out there and playing and putting yourself out there as much as you can.
I love that. So like, it just proves that, you know what, you don't get anywhere unless you ask, right?
It's so true. And, I constantly like, I've gotten opportunities because I've asked, but even I forget sometimes. I'm like, I don't know, should I reach out? Should I do this? And whenever I do, the worst that can happen is that they don't respond.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
and that's because like people aren't gonna email you back to be like no, because
Yeah.
it's like they just are gonna email you back. So you just have to remember, and also remember just to like keep on emailing people too, even if they
Yeah,
haven't responded yet. So yeah, it's a good lesson. Every
that's
time I get an
awesome.
opportunity like that, I'm like, okay, just keep on going, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and yeah, you're smart, and that's kind of, as a newer artist.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been playing
Mhm.
for a long time, but as a
Yes.
newer
So
artist,
up and coming. Yeah.
up and
Haven't done.
coming, and so it's
Yeah.
like you really kind of got to like you got to work hard. You got to.
Yes, and nobody is a bigger advocate than you are for yourself, you know? So then you just kind of have to roll with that.
Exactly. Well, yeah. So then, with that kind of attitude, I mean, you truly become a role model, and
Oh,
especially for women in country music. And I'm just loving that there are so many talented, amazing, inspirational women in country music
yeah.
like yourself. So I'm excited that things are going well for you.
Thank you. No, that means a lot. I mean, yeah, especially like being a woman in country music, you just gotta, there's plenty of room for us, and we just have to, kind of scream a little harder and and honestly, yeah, like work a little harder. And
Yeah.
it's just like, it sucks, but the only way that it'll get better is if, we just keep on going and keep on working. And yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So okay. So all right. So if you had to choose a country big time star to open up for, who would that be?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, okay, my like top two favorite like country artists. Um, oh man, okay, fine. I mean, because it helps me to narrow things down. My top three, like Faith Hill, Carrie Underwood, and Casey Musgraves. I love them all so much, and it would just be so fun to do kind of like a female empowerment, like I don't know, like show, a lineup.
Yes.
So I love them. I would kill to open up for any of them. So
Well, how about we just create that festival and we invite all of
yes,
them, and then
let's do it.
yeah, let's
I
just
think
do
that's
it.
a good idea.
See, you don't know if it could happen unless we ask, right?
No,
So,
it's so true. Yeah, and like DM them, hey, do you guys want
hey,
to?
yeah, right, exactly. That's how I connect with everybody. I just stalk everybody on Instagram. I'm like, hey,
No, honestly, literally, like stalking is how you find like the bookers or like the people. I don't know anybody. Like that's how you
exactly.
do it. So too.
Oh yeah, I know too. See, I gotta work
Yeah.
hard too, so it's all good.
Yeah, yeah. We're all just grinding, right? That's what
Right?
this industry is all about.
Exactly, exactly. So would you mind playing us one of your songs?
Of course.
Yay!
Um,
Okay, good.
I'm gonna play for you guys my most recent single. This one is If I Fall. Do you imagine when you'll be moving? Do you think about it? 'Cause I do, when the attraction is not so shiny new. Do you think about it? 'Cause I do. I try to tell myself I got nothing left to lose. Deep down, I really know I'm so scared of losing you. If I fall, will you notice I've been alone? So I'm cautious, 'cause I'm afraid I'll stumble on my broken past. If I fall, will you ever look back? Will you ever look back? Oh, oh. Do you remember our trip to Malibu? I wanted to say that I think I love you. I try to tell myself I got nothing left to lose. Deep down, I really know I'm so scared of losing you. If I fall, will you notice I've been alone? So I'm cautious, 'cause I'm afraid I'll stumble on my broken past. If I fall, will you ever look back? I'll be waiting there for you. Hey, you know it, and there you go again. If I fall, will you notice I've been alone? So I'm cautious, cautious. If I fall, will you notice? Oh, I've been alone. So I'm cautious, 'cause I'm afraid I'll stumble on my broken past. If I fall, will you ever look back? Yeah.
Yes. New song, If
Thank
I Fall, Christie Huff. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
you're amazing, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, guys, go
Excellent.
listen and yeah.
Download, download, download.
Download, like, subscribe, follow.
Okay, all right. So you're here in California, you're in LA. I'm in
Yeah.
Northern California in wine country. So I
Okay.
always have to ask, do you like wine? And do you have any favorites?
Ooh, okay. I think I would have to say like rosé, like a sparkling rosé,
Oh, yeah.
because it's like
Yes.
juice pretty much. Like
Goes down easy, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
See, and a nice sparkling rosé, if you had a glass of that right now, it would match perfectly with your background.
It would. See, I'm on brand. On brand, right?
Totally on brand. Totally on brand. We'll get you an endorsement deal with some sparkling rosé or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, done.
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 Done. And of course, I would love to have you come up and visit us here in the wine country too. So,
I
let me
would love that.
know. Come up and
Yes.
see. And we'll get some gigs up here too so we can expose Northern California to your amazing music.
No, that would be awesome. Like I've been wanting to make my way up to Northern California, so it's a plan. I'm gonna plan for
Okay. So we just said
it.
it. We just spoke it into
Yeah.
existence, right?
Okay, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me a little bit. Our
Thank you
our
so much.
viewers get to know you a little bit more. So, and what's the best website for you where we can get your music and find your shows?
Mhm. Well, you guys can go to my website. It's just christiehuff.com. And there's like a calendar of my shows as well as a link to all my social media platforms. But if you just look up Christie Huff anywhere, you'll be able to find me. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and now I'm going to go stalk you even more.
Yay!
Thank you so much, and hope to
Thank
see you in
you.
person soon.
Yes, yes, let's plan on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Up and Country, where we have new episodes every Tuesday. And be sure to visit upandcountry.com for all of the episodes and information about our VIP club, where you're going to get exclusive backstage access. And if you're on Instagram or TikTok, make sure to follow me, Sue Bonzel. I'll see you next week.